Hey, good afternoon guys. Today is June 22nd, 2016. Today what I've decided to do, and in conjunction with our holiday promotion that is now in official swing, I've decided to actually really get these birds, our Belamerica white racers, out in the marketplace. So what better way to do it than actually to throw up a challenge, right? A good friendly challenge. So here's what it is. If you buy any of our Belamerica white racers, which are young squeakers right now, from now until December 31st, 2016, if you buy any of those birds, and if you're into the one-loft races, and you happen to raise some offspring off of one of those birds that you get from us that is a Belamerica lion, that's the key, it has to be a Belamerica lion, and you send that bird to a 2017 one-loft race, it doesn't matter, you know, where in the country it is, you get a pick. But basically, if you send one of those offspring that you've raised off our Belamericas to a one-loft race, and it scores on any of the final races between 1st and 5th place, I will cut you a check for $250. I believe so much in these birds and the quality of these birds. As you can see on the video up above, I sent two birds to an amazing one-loft race that was up in Washington, and the man's name is Rick Me. I highly suggest, if you're into one-loft races and you want to get some birds that are well trained, I would highly suggest you send him to his race. I'm not getting paid for promoting his race at all. The reason why I'm promoting his race is because there's so much shenanigans stuff going out there in the one-loft racing community. And I have basically quit sending birds to other one-loft races. Last year I decided to give his race a chance, and out of 2 birds, I just went in the loft and I picked 2 birds that happened to be in my wonderful bloodline. I sent one of those birds, well, it got lost. You know, that happens. Many one-loft races are lucky to get even 40% of the original birds back after the final race. However, of those 2 birds, I had one bird, it was named LDHAAA. I actually titled that bird because I believe so much in the genetic bloodline that it consists of. And needless to say, you know, a lot of people say, you know, talk, no action. Well, I happen to actually, that bird scored equal first on the 351-mile race. And more importantly, that bird was predominantly white. So, you know, it goes to prove that whites can win races. They don't have to be the coloreds, even though coloreds usually do win the majority of the races. Whites can win. My white won. And so, you know, that's a pretty neat accomplishment, considering I stopped flying one-loft races a couple years ago, decided to give the Apple Cup one-loft race a chance, and actually I'm going to be sending 12 birds up to that one-loft race. I was so impressed with Rick Me and how he conducted that race. So anyway, the challenge is this, again, if you buy any Belamerica white racers off me, and they're $500 a piece, so no, they're not cheap, but they are great quality, and you raise any offspring off those birds, I will pay up to one of those birds if it places between 1st and 5th place on the final race. So if you got any questions, you know, you can send over some emails to our customer support team. We just got a really nice white racer down there that's kind of staring me down. But yeah, you can send them over there. We've got 15 birds as of now. I don't know how fast they're going to go because I know they are a little bit more expensive. And, you know, if you can't afford them, that's fine. I mean, you know, do what you can afford. But yeah, on the Belamericas, we're really promoting this line. And the best way that we can promote it is actually to get the results that those birds are flying in these one-loft races. So score 1st or 5th on any offspring that you raise off our Belamericas for the 2017 year, and I will cut you a check for $250. So also want to invite you to check out the other promotions that we're running. The sale goes until July 5th, so a lot of our preferred customers, you'll probably be getting something in the mail, which is kind of my gift from me to you. And I want to thank you all for supporting our business. You know, we are actually selling out a lot of our colored racers just simply because I don't have the time anymore to fly the birds. I still send a couple, you know, I will send a couple to the one-loft race. I'm not getting paid by Rick Me to promote his race at all. I'm doing it out of the goodness of my heart because I believe that people that do a good job, they should be recognized for what they do. And so my hat goes off to Rick Mee in the Apple Cup one-off race. He trains those birds like no one else I've seen before. And so he put on an exceptional race. And as far as I've seen the numbers, I won't be surprised if he gets and he maxes his 1,000 bird capacity. He's doing so well, and results rule, period. So I've got a lot of things that are actually in the works right now as far as developing these whites. But I think you're going to see the benefits of actually being able to fly some whites that you're proud of. A lot of the fun is actually when you raise whites and they win races. That just takes the whole hobby and sport to a whole new level. Some people do it, just to generate revenue. I will tell you, they're very competitive, very, very competitive. But, if you got good bloodlines, like how I explained in the video up above, LDHA, I only sent 2 birds to that one-off race, just 2. And the white that won on that was equal first on that 351-mile race was predominantly white. It was a nice white hen that I sent up there. And Rick had said that out of all the birds that he actually boxed up when he was getting ready to send back to the owners, that was the only bird he actually ran in to show his wife the bird. He was so impressed with it. But yeah, the whites, they really have come a long way. What I've done and the money that I've invested to be able to produce better whites for the market, as well as for the white dove release owner. If you're having problems with lots of losses and everything, you might want to just stop and check and look at what kind of bloodline you have. There's no sense in raising more birds off the existing bloodline you have if those birds can't even make it back from 100 miles. But these Belamericas, they'll easily do 350, 400, as long as you train them. And so, again, if you got any other questions, I just want to thank you for supporting our business. I think you'll be really pleased with these whites that you get, and we'll start shipping them out probably next week or whenever you place your order. And if you got any other questions, again, customer support, they'll happily respond to all your emails. I'm always on the road, so I just don't have time really to interact as much as I'd like to. But that's all for now. So I open this challenge up to you. Get our Belamericas, raise some offspring off them, send those offspring to a one-off race in 2017. Place 1st through 5th on any of those final races, and I'll cut you a check for $250 cash. Thanks.